Hi, sixth graders. I hope we're all doing well. I'm doing fine. It is Wednesday, April 1st, and it's a nice day outside. I hope you practice, but you also get to go outside and play too. I'm probably going to get a bike ride in or a workout with my fiance. Let's get going. Let's play some scales. How about a 1-octave C scale? Here we go. Ready and go now. And again, nice big tone, staying right in the tone zone, not the fingerboard, not the bridge, right in between. Right there, ready, and go now. Next, the G major scale. So we have 1 sharp, F sharp. If you'd like to play a high version of the scale, go ahead. But let's just play a 1-octave G scale. Ready and go now. Now, 1-octave D scale. If you'd like to play a higher or lower version, you may. D scale, 2 sharps, F sharp, and C sharp. Ready and go now. Listen to that one more time. Maybe play a different version of it this time. Higher or lower. Ready and go now. Let's do one more scale, but let's use flats for this next one. The key of B flat. The key of B flat has 2 flats. Those flats are B flat and E flat. Starts on the note B flat, which is on the G string, which is a 2 for cellos and a low 2 for violas and a low 2 for violins. But this will be a low 1 on the A string for basses. And besides basses, we all have the general same shape. We have a low, and then right on the blue tape with our 4th finger or 3rd finger for violins, violas. 2, 4, open, low 1, 2, 4, open, low 1, or for violins, violas. 2, 3, open, 1, 2, 3, open, 1, open. 3, 2, 1, open, 3, 2. Here's the B flat scale. And for basses it's 1, 4, open, 1, 4, open, 2, 3. I like this one a lot on bass. Ready, go. D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat, A, G, F, E flat, D, C, B flat. Again, go go. B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, and B flat, A, G, F, E flat, D, C, B flat. For the next exercise, I've included a link to download the music for an exercise. The exercise is called Open String Warmup, and if you go down to the description, you should find a link. If you don't see the link, there's a little down arrow that you have to hit to extend the description to see the full thing. So the open string warm-up, as it says, just uses open strings, but it guides you through fast bows, slow bows, different dynamics and string crossings and different rhythms. So even though there's no left hand, this is really, really great for your tone production, because that's why we're here. It's the sound. It's not because of notes. It's all about the sound. Working on a great sound. So if you don't have it yet, just pause the video and go try to print that out or view it on another device like a computer, laptop, or tablet. It's possible on a phone, but it doesn't really work too well. But if you don't have access to printing it off, this is something that you could just watch and then press pause and then play what I just played. It's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different lines. Each line is just 5 measures long, and it uses simple patterns, so you could just watch it, pause it, and then do it by yourself, and then play, watch. But here we go. Here's line number 1, measure 1. Make sure you save your bow on that last note. The last note has to last for 8 beats. Let's put on a metronome. Let's go about 90. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Slow bow. You should be halfway through now and done. So this one's weird because you need a really fast bow on the first measure and a really slow bow in the last measure. Ready, and again, go. And then let's move on to the second line. The second line just gets faster and faster and faster. So as we get to these 16th notes, just relax your arm and let your right hand just go. 1, 2, ready, and go. Let's try that one again. Keep it relaxed. Taka, 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 ta. You'll fit 4 notes inside each click. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. I like that one. So for this next one, line 3, we have hooks where we do 2 notes in one direction. And this one is actually longer. This one goes for 2 lines. This one goes all the way to measure 16. Here we go. 1 and 2 and ready and go. So this is another one where we sometimes need to save our bow and go faster, and sometimes get to spend it to make a full sound. Let's try that again. 1 and 2 and ready, go. Down, 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 down. That one's pretty tough. This next one is just D quarter notes, but you have to do the dynamics. It starts forte, and then it is suddenly piano. Subito piano means suddenly piano. Then we crescendo to a fortissimo, the strongest we can get, and then we decrescendo back to like a neutral mezzo piano. So try to play it in a way so that if somebody was listening to you, they would be able to tell, oh yeah, you got louder in the third measure, and then you started to get quieter in the fourth measure. Regardless of how you're trying to do it, I want you to come out as if somebody else could tell. Make it obvious that this is what you're doing. Exaggerate. Here we go. 1 and 2 and ready, go. Let's try that again. 1 and this is measure 17, by the way. 1 and 2 and ready, go. Moving on to the next line. It starts at measure 22, and this one is all about articulation, the longs, the shorts, and the accents. So it starts off with staccatos. Staccato means there's space between the notes. So it's not like super short, it's... And then it gets to tenuto with the lines above the notes, and tenuto means to hold. So we hold those notes as long as we're able to for their entire worth. And then we have the accent after that where we hit them stronger. They have really strong ka, 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 really strong start to those notes. All right, here we go. Measure 22. 1 and 2 and ready, go. Again. 1 and 2 and ready, go. I think I could have done better on that one. I think my last staccato wasn't very short. Let's move on anyways, though. The next one focuses on rhythms and string crossings, especially on the string crossings, going from one string to the next. Here's measure 27. 1 and 2 and ready, go. That third measure is tough. Ba 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 ba. Ta tiki tiki ta. All right, the whole line again. Here's 27. 1 and 2 and ready, go. Moving on, the next line is also about string crossings, but now we're throwing in some slurs during the string crossings. When you slur from one string to another, don't try to just go from one string level to the other string level. It's better for it to be more of like a J or a curve shape like that. Because it's not just it's da, like that. And the smooth motions over here will translate to smooth sounds coming out of your instrument. Same is true for violin. It feels dum, dum, a curve just like that. Here we go, the next one, that's 32. 1, 2, ready, go. And then one more time on that one. 1, 2, ready, go. Next, moving on to 37, the last line. This one has some funny rhythms, so you might want to listen to this one first before you play it. 1, 2, ready, and go now. One and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 3 and 1. All right, now let's play it together. 1, 2, ready, go. Watch out for measure number 3. T, 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 ta, ta. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. All right, again together. Ready, and go, and. And that is the open string warm-up. I know it might be a little boring for some of you, but I promise it is extremely, extremely beneficial to work on your right hand technique. Because we are, a lot of us, very guilty of focusing mostly on what's going on with the left hand. Am I playing the right note? Am I in the right position? That we often forget about the most important hand. The right hand is in charge of the sound, how good you sound, and it's in charge of the rhythm. And I think the order of importance in an orchestra is its sound, rhythm, and then the notes. So it's all about the right hand, and then it's about left hand. All right, let's turn to Sahara Crossing, please. Sahara Crossing. All right. Sahara Crossing isn't too bad. For a lot of us, the hardest part is actually going to be remembering where to go back to when we have those long repeats. When we have the coda and when we have the sign. So I'll play first violin on this one. Oh, it's right here. I'll play first violin on this one. But when you get to the DS al coda, the DS al coda means you go to da sign, DS, da sign. It's actually del segno, but the way my brain thinks about it is da sign, like da bears. And then we go back to da sign, which is at 27. So we play through from the beginning until we get to the DS al coda, and then we go to 27, which is where the segno is, the sign, da sign. And then once we hit measure 41, or where we would play measure 41, we go to the coda, which is measure 64 at the bottom of the page. All right, let's take this one. Bum, 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 bum. How about a 85. I'll play the cello part on the violin for the first two measures, and then I'll switch over to the violin part. But go ahead and keep playing whichever part that you're supposed to be playing with. I highly recommend you have earbuds or you have a loud YouTube speaker so you can clearly hear my playing, my metronome, and my speaking. Here we go. Here's the beginning of Sahara Crossing. Maybe. Okay, here we go. 1 and 2 and ready and go. Soft. Measure 19. Measure 27. Three, 35, 1. And 1. $41. Louder. 1, 2, 52 now. I'll sing you 27. Three, 4, 35, 1. Here's the 2 coda. Coda. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, I hope we're able to stay with me all the way through that with all of the with the DSL coda going back to 27, and then from 41 skipping to the 64, the coda at the end. Please let me know if you have any questions about anything at all. If you have questions about the scales, about any of the pieces. I hope you're all doing well. Don't forget to feed your mind and to feed your body and to stay safe and have a great day. Get outside and play, guys. Bye. I miss you.